Hey everyone, Michael here. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. Today we're just going to be doing some simple technical analysis on SPY. That way you guys have a good idea of where she's going next. Because right now, she just tapped on support. That was our price target. So what happens next? All right. So this is going to be a little bit tricky here just because I'm going to use two different types of charts. The first one is the SPY with log on, and the second one's just going to be SPY with log off. You guys can see right here on the weekly chart, we did break down temporarily, and then we managed to bounce back up. So we still haven't broken down yet for the week, all right? On the daily chart for this specific one, you did see that we did break down, and we're trying to get back above that trend line right now. Having some trouble, but it looks like we managed to do that a little bit earlier on throughout the day, okay? Go to the 15-minute chart, you'll see we bounced back up, broke out above it, came back down, and now we're kind of consolidating, waiting for most likely some type of breakout right here. Sometime intraday, maybe you can have a strong close, perhaps. We'll have to wait and see. Not really the focus of this video though, okay? Now, if you are looking at this with log on, this is what you're looking at. If you guys have log turned off, that's what you guys are looking at, okay? It still broke down below the line, but it did not close down below the line, okay? So as far as I'm concerned, we still haven't had that full breakdown yet. You guys have hit your price target if you guys were following my options plays here. You can either hold on to it for a little bit longer. I talked to you yesterday about maybe just taking some profit off the table. You would at least want to take some profit off, especially if you kind of played around with this break of structure down here. And then, of course, we started coming back down because all of this was still in a very bearish market. Even if I pull up the MACD right here, you guys can see the crossovers that happen over here and the crossovers that happen right here at the same time as the break of structure. You know, that was nice, nice play right there, okay? Now, going back over to the weekly chart, I'm going to make the MACD come back down again. As far as I'm concerned, we do need a little bit of a bounce just to make the market feel a little bit better about itself, and then we're probably going to come back down. So I could assume that maybe tomorrow we might even have one more good day, and then we're going to try to roll over here, maybe something more like that. But what happens either way is you guys are going to have some key levels of support. Because right down here is that 200 daily moving average. I think that's going to be a nice level of support, and I'm not going to be too aggressively bearish on the SPY until we break down below that. Just as a little bit of a backup here, you guys know how I love my moving averages, and we actually haven't had these types of breakdowns in a while. The first one you're going to be looking at right here is the one that happened a few days ago, or maybe a week ago now. The 20 crossed down below the 50 here. Guess what? We did have a nasty move after that. But, you know, last time over here wasn't it terrible? Last time over here wasn't terrible. So it's not always terrible, right? Especially because all the news going on these days is really pushing the market higher and lower. Where you guys might have noticed that good news is bad news and bad news is good news. You know, maybe over the next few months, bad news will become bad news and good news will become good news again. We'll have to wait and see. But one of the big things that we do have a historical context is this blue line right here. That's the 50-day moving average. When it crosses down below the 200, which it looks like it wants to do sometime in November, that's usually a very bad sign, okay? So, look right here, bad sign. Even the 20 here, bad sign. Both are very bad signs. We don't have it happen too often though, right? This was over here during COVID, a little bit more of a lagging effect off of the huge crash because obviously everything was shutting down, but still bad times. 2018, bad times. Can I find any more? Over here, 2016, bad times, and over there, 2015, bad times. And then maybe, 2011, bad times. 2008 financial crisis, really bad times. Almost had one right here. That one didn't look too bad in 2006. And then, of course, over here, dot-com bubble, really, really bad times. And just to kind of show you guys again, the weekly moving averages, when those cross over, bad time, bad time. We haven't had another one cross down below the 200 here in a long, long time. So that doesn't look like it's happening until 2024. So, maybe we're not going to have such an epic crash this year. Maybe we might have a little bit more of a grinding move. But, at the end of at the end of 2023, or maybe mid 2024, we could have something more of a crash. That's only if the economic data supports that, though. Right now, I see everybody talking about how growth is slowing and stuff like that. Just a few weeks ago, they were saying we're going to the moon and there's no such thing as a bear market anymore. They're going to fluctuate on TV. Just kind of have an idea and have a plan for both sides at this point. Now, if you guys see this breakdown happen on the log chart or the log off chart, and you guys are looking for support levels, well, then I would say you guys are going to have a good level to buy around $417. There's a good chance we actually break all the way back down to 400, but I would really say that we're going to have a pretty decent bounce off of this, especially because that's the zone of that 200 daily moving average as well. Have that bounce off and then eventually break back down. And as far as the market's concerned, Usually September's a pretty bad month. October is an okay month where we kind of have a rebound effect. We could actually have a pretty solid rebound, and then towards the end of the year, we start coming back down a little bit more as you see people taking their profits off the table and they have to pay taxes and all that other good stuff. Be careful with this market. I'm still thinking that, hey, if I want to be buying more, it's probably going to be around 418 or so. If you guys are looking for fresh type of buying opportunities. If you guys missed the dip right here in this, when we talked about we're doing the reversal trades, it's okay. Don't try to force your way back into it, but there's going to be a lot of ample opportunities here. Even look on the hour chart, we'll continue to go back up, shoulder, maybe a shoulder and a head. You could see that maybe we just broke out. So actually, even right now with the moving average on the 1 hour chart, trying to go back up, maybe you could have a short-term SPY play from 428, maybe 430 strike price up to 432.50, maybe even 435. And as it goes up, you just kind of play around with it. But you're probably going to have to hold that at least until tomorrow or the day after, okay? So have a good rest of your day. Have some fun trading if you guys haven't already. And if you guys are a little bit nervous, remember, there's always paper trading, okay? I also got some big news as far as Bitcoin's concerned. Starting today with TapBit, I am going to be investing $300 a week until the end of the bull market in any cryptocurrency coins that you guys want me to. These are going to be leveraged at 2x. That way, if they go up 100%, we're making 200%, okay? And you can follow along with this if you guys want to. I'll put a link down below to my TapBit account if you guys want to follow along for free. Now, this is going to be the big thing, though. I'm going to end these trades about the time where we see the 20-day moving average cross down below the 50-day moving average after an all-time new high when it comes to Bitcoin, okay? If you guys remember back in the Dogecoin days, meme, everything, COVID days, every time we had that 20-day cross down below the 50-day after making a new high, that was usually a very good opportunity to sell, and it paid off very, very well in hindsight now, right? Right here, sell. Oh my gosh, you're doing good. Now, you may be selling right here instead of up here or up here, but guess what? You're selling up here and not selling down here. You're selling up here and not selling down here or down here, right? Makes a lot of sense, right? And it goes back in time. All-time highs. Was this all-time highs? No, it wasn't. Well, it crossed over here, came close to highs, and you can see how it kind of ended off right there. We'll have different opportunities to play with it. However, the big point here is I'm going to be investing $300 a week with 2x leverage on a bunch of different tokens. I need your guys' help to kind of figure out what tokens I should be buying, because I know a lot of you guys have done a lot of research on a whole bunch of tokens, and I've only done a research on maybe, 10, 20. There's a lot more to choose from, and I hope you guys can help me out with that. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.